guys, I did promise everybody I'd do my favourite dessert, which is chocolate fondants. So let's fire away, let's go for it. First of all, we're obviously going to be using ramekins, and I've actually already buttered those once, put them in the fridge so that's chilled. With double buttering, the reason you double butter is because it helps for the fondant to just rise up and up and up. So basically what I'm going to do now is do the second buttering. So I've just melted some butter here. Try not to get the butter too warm because you'll be melting the butter that's already on. So we butter the bottom, plenty of butter, and then it's just upstrokes. Upstrokes so that the butter is vertical. You do that with all of them, upstrokes, again, so that the butter is vertical. Okay, so whilst I'm doing this, I'm just going to go through the ingredients with you. So obviously you need about 50 grams of butter to butter all your ramekins. It's up on there. Once you've buttered all your ramekins, you're going to need some cocoa powder for dusting. So just a spoonful of cocoa powder will be absolutely fine for dusting. And then once you've dusted these, again, you put them to one side to allow that to cool and solidify. And then from there, we're going to be needing 200 grams of butter. It's all 200, it's really useless. It's 200 grams of plain flour, normal regular flour, 200 grams of dark chocolate, and 200 grams of golden castor sugar. And then the last ingredients, you'll need 4 normal eggs in there, and you'll also need 4 egg yolks, so that obviously requires separating. Okay. So I'll continue with this, and I think we'll probably pause that whilst I continue to do these. Okay guys, so now comes the dusting. Literally about a spoonful of cocoa powder, and then what you're going to do is you're going to dust it all the way around. Yeah, just dusting like that. That's dusted, and then drop that into the next one. Don't really want a load of dust in it. This bit is a bit messy, I'm afraid. So just keep doing that, going on to the next one. Keep on dusting. It all helps for the fondant to rise. Okay, so the next step, guys, is to get our butter and our chocolate melted. So as you can see, I've cubed that into tiny cubes, so it will melt much more quickly. And then we just place the chocolate, which is also broken into smallish pieces, and we place that over a bowl of barely simmering water. Leave that to melt. Okay? So once that's melted, take it, put it to one side for about 10 minutes to cool down. In the meantime, we can get our eggs and sugar mixture working. So basically there's the 4 egg yolks, place those in. And then we need 4 eggs. Breaking out 4 eggs. So this is the eggs with the yolks. So the whole lot together, much easier than separating, obviously. Had to go over to the sink to do the separation. It isn't easy separating them. Okay, so eggs in. There we go. And then in goes the sugar. And then we're just going to whisk that together until it forms a powder mixture, and the whisk just leaves a trail when you raise it. Okay? Okay guys, now what we're going to do is, obviously that's been whisking, so I'll just switch it back on. It's whisked until it's nice and thick and it's pale. Basically what that means now is as I lift this up, it's nice and thick, you can see that there. It's lovely and thick, a bit of gooey stuff on the bottom, like that. And then we can remove this. I think we'll take that out first. It's a bit messy. Put that in the sink. That'll work. Right, so sifting the flour. Basically, you sift the flour in thirds, so See what a marvellous job I'll do with this. Halves, so basically just tap that through, tap it through, and that's lovely separation. So you'll get more air in that way, doing it like this. Tap that through, nice and quick. Then fold it in, fold it in, fold that flour in. That's going lovely. If you could just come and have a look at this, you can see that flour mixing in beautifully. The same again. Put a lot in there. Dropping a little bit over the edges there. There we go. See it's sifting, 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 sifting there into there. It's going to allow it to be nice and fine, so it will rise beautifully. Hard work this. This is where you're burning up your calories. Perfect for when you eat it. You've already burnt the calories, haven't you? How splendid is that? At least the cook has anyway. All the other people indulging it will just have to have those calories, won't they? A couple of bits there. Fold that in nicely. That's nicely folded in. And then we're going to be mixing the chocolate next. Keep making sure that's in there. Still plenty there. You can see how that's so full of air. Perfect to get these to rise. Some of that air will come out when we mix the chocolate in, and as you mix, you see the more you mix, you are knocking out some of the air, but it's got to be mixed thoroughly, so that's really important. So now we start with the chocolate mix. Pour it in a little at a time. As you can see, I'm good at that. Mix well. Mix that in nicely. Again, you can see all the air is still in there. It's not going a chocolatey colour yet, is it? It will do by the time I've mixed every bit of this in. I think the chocolate's just dropped to the bottom there, hasn't it? Look at that. There we go. Keep mixing that. And I'll do that. Carry on with that, and then we'll come back to it as soon as we've got that mix ready. Okay guys, that's beautifully mixed now, and we've formed a beautiful batter which I'm going to pour into here, which will be my bowl for going into the ramekins. There's a mass of this in here. I think it's extremely bubbly. Now I've got to divide it between the 8 ramekins. Once you divide it between the 8 ramekins, they can be frozen for up to a month, okay? So put them in the freezer for up to a month, but you mustn't cook them for at least 20 minutes of being chilled, preferably chill them overnight and then cook them the next day in the fridge. You don't want to waste any of that. These spatulas are fantastic. If you hunt around for different spatulas, this one is absolutely great. Now I'm just going to pour those into here. Once I've done that, they'll just be going into the fridge to cool. Some of them will go in the freezer, obviously I can't eat 8 of them. So we'll pour that in, and that's going beautifully. Need to get ready with the next one. And ready for cooking and tasting in a bit of time. Okay guys, so the oven's set at 180. And the fondant's been placed onto a tray and is now going into the oven for between 10 and 12 minutes. So set for 10, and then come and have a look at the fondant after 10 minutes. What you're looking for is for it to have obviously risen, the tops to be coming away, and I think a trick I've learned is look for cracks appearing at the top on the top crust. That should just be perfect. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay guys, so it's actually had 12 minutes in there, and I think that my new fridge is a little bit cold on my old one, because it didn't seem to have cracked on top, but it has come away from the edges. So I'm just using a knife to make sure all the edges are away, and then hopefully once I've done that, I can turn it onto my hand. So clean hands, don't I? Just wash them. So just turning that out. Oh, that's hot. Okay, and release onto there. That is very hot. So, as you can see, that's it. And now what we're going to do is just see if that oozes well. Probably, there we go. That's all oozing out of the middle. It's nice. Let's taste it. I think you probably could have done with a couple more minutes, but I'll get used to this one now, so I'll just have a taste of that. Ooh. Very good. Sorry. It does taste so nice. It's like chocolate sauce, self-chocolating pudding really, isn't it? Or self-saucing pudding rather. Mm. Mm. That's delicious. Excuse me. Hope you've enjoyed that video. Hope you enjoy making some. Remember, if you've got some more suggestions, go to @DrCreevy, hashtag #AskDrCreevy on Twitter, and fire away. Hope you've enjoyed that video. If you'd like to see some more, please subscribe, share, and I hope you enjoyed making them. Thank you. Bye.